The Fed's top banking regulator, Michael Barr, will step down from his position next month. That will pave the way for President-elect Donald Trump to name a replacement for that job. Bank stocks rallying after that announcement. Take a look. Bank of America shares up by about 1.4%. Citigroup up by 1.5%. And J.P. Morgan Chase up by 0.4%. Joining us right now is Brian Gardner. He is Stifel's chief Washington policy strategist. And this is a pretty big deal for the financial stocks, Brian. Why don't you walk through exactly what happened here? Because this is a situation where Barr is stepping down from that oversight position. He's still going to be a governor on the bank. And I guess that means that incoming President Trump will have to choose someone who's already on that Federal Reserve board for who comes next in supervision.
Correct. Yeah. So with Barr stepping down from his leadership post but staying at the board, that restricts who the president-elect can choose to fill the leadership spot. There is no opening yet on the board. Probably won't be until next year. So you look around at the board members. There are 3 Republican appointees, being obviously the chairman, Governor Waller and Governor Bowman. And Governor Bowman, who has been active and outspoken on regulatory issues, seems to be the obvious choice. I mean, there's no guarantee, but to me, it looks like Governor Bowman would be the likely and logical successor to Vice Chairman Barr.
So we saw the financial stocks up on this, the bank stocks higher on this news. But what are the implications with Barr stepping away? What does it mean for the for the oversight that's been in place, for the rules that have been proposed?
So look at his title. It's Vice Chairman for Supervision, and he runs the Division of Supervision and Regulation. Those are 2 different issues that are very connected. Supervision, I would argue, you're going to see the most immediate impact, but this will be behind the scenes. These are how bank examiners go about their jobs of overseeing the banks for which they are responsible. And you can have changes to that behind the scenes on day one. So I think you're going to see a more benign supervisory environment for banks on March 1, as soon as the replacement takes over, whenever that is. Then you have the regulation aspect. Let me back up. On the supervisory side, you're going to have M&A as well, right? The head of supervision oversees the vetting of merger applications. And I think you will see a quicker, more efficient process that's probably going to be more beneficial for smaller and mid-sized banks. There'll be some gray areas for the larger regional banks. And this is a question I get a lot from clients, like how big will the regulators approve new mergers? So that's going to be an ongoing debate, but I think it's going to get a little bit easier for them. And then, just fast onto the regulatory side, the actual rewriting of the rules and the Basel III endgame, the capital rules, which were proposed after Silicon Valley's collapse in 2023. It's been on hold for a while. The Chairman Powell, has been saying they're going to make significant revisions. I think it probably gets a total rewrite. Some people would argue it's going to go away altogether. I'm not so sure. I think there's a very good chance it comes back, but in a way that is capital neutral, which was supposed to be how it was done all along. Not a backdoor for capital increases for banks, but really reflecting more sophisticated ways of measuring capital for banks. I think that's the likely outcome with Barr being replaced by somebody like a Mickey Bowman.